Picture the most famous structure on Earth, the Eiffel Tower, 7,000 tons of iron, a monument so iconic, so permanent, so untouchable that when someone told a room full of wealthy businessmen it was about to be demolished, they believed him. And one of them even paid for it. This is the story of Viktor Lustig, the man who sold the Eiffel Tower, not once, but twice. It's 1925 spring in Paris. The city is broke, still rebuilding from World War I, and every morning French people open their newspapers to the same story. The Eiffel Tower is rusting. The maintenance costs are crippling the government. Some politicians want the whole thing torn down. Most people read that and feel outraged, but one man reads it and sees opportunity. Viktor Lustig. He speaks like a diplomat, moves like royalty, and one of the most dangerous men who ever lived. Not because he was violent, because he understood people. He knew what made them weak, what made them desperate enough to ignore every warning sign screaming in their face. And he had just come up with the most audacious idea of his entire criminal career. He was going to sell the Eiffel Tower. He creates a fake identity, forged documents, official government seals, stationery straight from the French Ministry of Posts and Telegraphs. Then he sends 6 of the wealthiest scrap metal dealers in France a private confidential urgent letter summoning them to a secret government meeting at the most luxurious hotel in Paris. The men arrive and the room goes quiet. Viktor Lustig leans forward and tells them the impossible. The Eiffel Tower is going to be demolished. The public cannot know yet. It would cause a riot, but dismantling a structure this size is more than the government can handle alone. So they are looking for a private buyer. The room is silent. Because these men are no longer looking at a landmark. They are looking at profit, and Lustig watches them carefully, reading who leans forward, whose eyes are doing the math, whose hands are already twitching. One man stands out immediately. André Poisson. Wealthy, successful, but new money. Desperate, deeply desperate to be taken seriously. Lustig has found his target. Later, Lustig pulls Poisson aside privately and implies very carefully that a bribe might be necessary, that certain officials can be persuaded, and watch what happens to Poisson's face. He relaxes because the corruption makes the deal feel real. You know what honest deals look like. You also know what backroom deals look like, and this felt exactly like one. Poisson hands over a fortune, hundreds of thousands of dollars today, in exchange ownership papers for the Eiffel Tower. Fake. Every single word fake. That night Lustig boards a train to Vienna with the money. Gone. And here's the part that should genuinely disturb you. Poisson figured it out pretty quickly and then made the decision that Lustig had counted on from the start. He didn't call the police. Because what would he say? Officer, I purchased the Eiffel Tower and I think I may have been deceived. The humiliation would have destroyed him. Everything he'd spent his life building, so he said nothing. No headlines, no investigation, no manhunt. Lustig hadn't just stolen his money. He'd stolen it in a way that made it impossible to report. That's not luck. That's genius. Weeks later, Lustig is in Vienna. Safe, rich, the perfect moment to disappear forever. He goes back to Paris and does the exact same scam. Same fake identity, same forged documents, same speech about demolition. This time one businessman gets suspicious and calls the police. Lustig vanishes before they get to him. He disappears. Lustig was eventually caught by the FBI in 1935. He died in prison in 1947. But here's what I want you to take from this. André Poisson wasn't stupid. He was sharp, successful, experienced. He got conned because Lustig understood the one thing that overrides every warning sign. Lustig didn't sell him the Eiffel Tower. He sold him the feeling of mattering. And that, 100 years later, is still the most effective scam in the world. Not once, but twice.